Elections across Africa are influenced by religious leaders telling people how to vote. Religion shapes how we think. But when thinking becomes surrender, when questioning becomes taboo, when critical thinking becomes lack of faith, then we stop evolving. And progress demands questioning. Progress demands curiosity. Progress demands bold minds, not fearful ones. Here's another contradiction we don't talk about. Africa is one of the most religious continents on Earth. Yet we also face some of the highest levels of corruption, inequality, unemployment, and poor governance. How can the most prayerful societies also struggle the most? Shouldn't our overflowing churches translate into overflowing integrity, justice, and prosperity? This mismatch tells us something. Our religious culture is growing, but our ethical culture is not. Because ethics do not come from shouting amen. They come from accountability, discipline, education, and strong institutions. Now let me be fair. Religion isn't entirely negative. Churches run schools, hospitals, rehabilitation centers, and charity programs. They provide community, belonging, structure, and emotional support. But the issue is scale. The issue is balance. The issue is priorities. Africa doesn't need to abandon religion. But we urgently need to transform how we practice it. Here's what I believe. Faith should inspire innovation, not replace it. Churches should build minds, not just buildings. Prayer should walk hand in hand with planning. And religious leaders should be accountable, transparent, and socially responsible. If religion is going to remain powerful, and it will, then it must become part of the solution, not part of the stagnation. As I wrap up, I want to make one thing clear. This conversation is not about disrespecting anyone's beliefs. It's about challenging our continent to look in the mirror. Because Africa is talented. Africa is young. Africa is creative. Africa is rich in potential. But potential means nothing when a society is mentally locked, economically drained, and afraid to question sacred systems. So here's the challenge I leave you with today. If your religion isn't making your community smarter, stronger, and more innovative, then it's not helping you progress. And if we want to see Africa rise, truly rise, then we must start investing more in skills than sermons, more in schools than sanctuaries, and more in factories than fundraising crusades. Thank you for listening. Share this episode with someone who needs this conversation. Let's keep pushing Africa forward, with courage, with clarity, and yes, even with faith, but faith backed by action. Until next time.